So just a short video today coming to you from South Florida where we just dealt with a hurricane, and that's what people called it. It was some wind, some chaos, some things that were outside of our control. And this kind of fits with what I've been talking about in the last few videos. So I've been talking about this paradox where teachers will talk about the mind and tell us to just simply ignore it. And what do you care? I mean, if it's storming out, it's not who you are. So if a storm comes in and it's not who you are, why pay attention to it at all? And then in the next page, they'll talk about the practice of mindfulness and the practice of meditation and how these slow the mind down. And all I want to do is point out that these sound kind of different, but they're actually the same process. So consider like a microphone. And if you talk into it, it will actually produce sound through the speaker. But then sometimes that speaker will go back into the microphone and create this feedback loop, and then you'll get that horrible sound of that screeching sound of feedback. And those of us who have had panic attacks know exactly what that's like when it comes to the mind. The mind has, we take consciousness and we focus on the mind, and the energy of the mind ends up being channeled back into the mind, and it creates these feedback loops where it seems like it's helpless and there's nothing we can do. Well, the process of ignoring is like not talking into the microphone. By ignoring it, it actually slows it down naturally. So they really are the same process. It's one of the things that we've learned from quantum mechanics. It's a very complex school of physics, but one of the things that everyone in quantum mechanics agrees on is that it's the act of observation, consciousness, observing, consciousness, attending, that has this ability to affect physical reality. And we know the mind is part of whatever we would call physical reality. It's part of the brain program. It's part of the body that Nisargadatta always reminds us, you are not your body. And that's another way to help us not speak into the microphone, which is to say, it's another way to help us shift our attention away. And when we shift our attention away, that stops the feedback loop. And then that's when we're really doing some good meditation.